Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're joining us today. We're going to be looking at something that is quite literally hanging over your head right this very second. We are breaking down the anatomy of a local roof and exploring exactly how it survives, or, fails, in the brutal Northeast Ohio climate. And as we all know, around here, you can absolutely experience all 4 seasons on a random Tuesday.
Okay, let's dive into this. Is your roof quietly losing the battle against the freeze-thaw cycle? Seriously, think about it. While you're sitting cozy inside your living room, your home's biggest defense mechanism is sitting outside, fighting a relentless, totally invisible war against the elements.
So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the Northeast Ohio weather threat, 4 common local roofing failures, crucial county building codes, the 3-step roofing process, and finally, navigating costs and insurance. We're going to demystify this whole thing step by step.
Let's start with Section 1, the Northeast Ohio weather threat, and why our local weather secretly destroys your home's biggest defense.
Our geographic placement sets the stage for some incredibly unique, punishing challenges. North Olmsted sits right squarely in the Lake Erie snowbelt. From November all the way through March, your roof is tasked with holding up heavy, wet, crushing snow loads. But the real enemy here? It's that relentless freeze-thaw cycle. During the day, the snow melts down, and at night, it completely refreezes. This constant expanding and contracting literally forces water deep under your roof's flashings and cracks your shingles apart over time.
And this brilliantly illustrates how hyper-local these threats really are. We're not just talking about general Ohio weather here. The Rocky River Valley creates these aggressive wind corridors that absolutely batter neighborhoods like Butternut Ridge and Canterbury. Then, in the summer, intense heat essentially bakes the asphalt shingles, rapidly accelerating their deterioration. Add in those sudden straight-line thunderstorms that love to tear through the Great Northern area, plus the moss and moisture issues accelerated by the Lake Abram wetlands near Stearns Road. I mean, your roof takes a severe beating from every single angle all year round.
Moving on to Section 2, 4 common local roofing failures. We'll be identifying the vulnerabilities in older North Olmsted homes.
You see, weather is really only half the battle. The actual design of older homes seriously exacerbates these threats. Let's translate some of this contractor jargon into what's literally happening up on your house. First up, ice dams. This happens when melted snow refreezes at the cold edges of your roof, causing heavy damage to your eaves and your attic insulation. Next is wind blow-off, which is usually caused by improper nailing or storm deterioration, super common around Great Northern and Butternut Ridge. Then we've got valley flashing leaks. That's cracked or corroded metal right where 2 roof planes meet, which is a massive headache for those gorgeous colonial homes around Dover Center. And finally, poor ventilation. If your home was built before modern codes, trapped attic heat is likely up there baking your shingles from the inside out.
So what exactly is an ice dam? Simply put, it's a solid barrier that forms when melted snow refreezes at your roof eaves. It literally traps water, forcing it to back up under the shingles and leak straight down into your attic. If you've ever seen those ugly interior ceiling stains or ruined attic insulation during a harsh Ohio winter, yeah, ice dams are almost always the primary culprit.
But here's the thing, these failures also depend heavily on your home's specific architecture. Take a look at the mid-century ranch homes common in the Westgate neighborhoods. They feature low-slope roof sections where water just loves to pool up, meaning they require incredibly careful drainage and strategic downspout placement. Now compare that to the Canterbury colonial homes. Those have steep pitches with really complex valley configurations where 2 roof planes meet, so they rely entirely on perfect step flashing to keep the water out. Recognizing your own home's architectural style is step 1 in knowing exactly where your roof's vulnerabilities are hiding.
All right, Section 3, crucial county building codes. Why Cuyahoga County codes are your ultimate scientific defense.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that we so often think of building codes as just annoying bureaucratic red tape, right? But they actually directly counteract the historical failures we were just talking about. Look at the 1960s roofing standards. Inadequate soffit intake, no ridge vents, just a basic felt paper underlayment that leaves the eaves totally vulnerable. Contrast that with today's codes. Balanced, continuous airflow, synthetic waterproof underlayment, and incredibly strict mandates for ice barriers. The science of roofing has completely transformed to protect your home.
1 over 150. That number right there is the critical net-free ventilation area code. What it means is that you need exactly 1 square foot of ventilation for every 150 square feet of attic space. And why does this matter so much? Well, without this exact ratio, the heat trapped in your attic will literally bake your shingles from underneath, destroying them years before they should ever fail.
And here are just a few more non-negotiable codes to keep in mind. That ice barrier we just mentioned, it absolutely must extend a full 24 inches inside your exterior wall lines. When it comes to fastening the roof down, you need 6 nails per 3-tab shingle and 4 per architectural shingle. And those nails can't just go anywhere. They have to be positioned in highly specific zones to resist wind uplift. Plus, there are mandatory Cuyahoga County permits and inspections required for major repairs. If a contractor skips these manufacturer and county specifications, it doesn't just void your warranties, it practically guarantees your roof will fail prematurely. No shortcuts allowed.
Let's move on to Section 4, the 3-step roofing process. We're going to show you how to make a daunting project highly predictable and manageable.
Let's move to and see how this builds when we look at how local experts like Alpha Roofing Cleveland actually handle all of this. A true professional contractor is going to break this entire overwhelming process down into 3 highly predictable steps to lift that burden right off your shoulders. Step 1 is the inspection and estimate. Within 48 hours, you're getting a detailed damage assessment and a written estimate with absolutely zero sales pressure. Step 2 is installation and quality control. This typically takes just 1 to 3 days, complete with pulled permits, strict adherence to those manufacturer specs, and even daily photo updates sent to your phone. And Step 3 is the final inspection and cleanup. You get a ground-level walkthrough, magnetic nail sweeps across your lawn so you don't step on a stray nail, and total debris removal. They handle the entire headache, from tarping to cleanup, so you don't have to.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, Navigating Costs and Insurance, empowering you to make the right financial decision.
Let's demystify what is easily the most intimidating aspect of a roof replacement, the cost. When you're plotting out your return on investment, basic 3-tab asphalt shingles will last you roughly 15 to 20 years. Step up to architectural or dimensional shingles, and you're looking at 25 to 30 years of protection. But if you invest in a metal roofing system, you could have massive 40 to 70 years of life out of it. So while those architectural and metal options clearly cost more upfront, their long-term durability in Ohio's harsh climate provides a vastly superior return on your investment over time.
And what about insurance? Obviously, the size, pitch, and material choice of your roof will dictate your overall costs. But here is the stark reality of insurance claims that you need to know. Homeowners insurance covers sudden storm, wind, or hail damage. It does absolutely not cover gradual wear, aging, or poor maintenance, and your payouts will be either replacement cost or actual cash value minus depreciation. This is exactly why having an expert advocate is a total game changer. Alpha Roofing's estimators will actually meet your insurance adjusters right on site to point out hidden structural damage, like rot in the decking, that adjusters frequently just completely miss. They fight for full replacement coverage when simple patching up just won't solve the problem. All of this brings us to our final thought for today. When the next major Lake Erie storm hits, will your roof be a liability, or will it be your home's strongest defense? Being proactive about maintenance, understanding your home's specific architectural vulnerabilities, and making sure your roof meets local building codes can save you thousands of dollars and incredible stress down the road. Please, don't wait for a leak in your ceiling to find out the answer. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and stay dry out there.